This is Fletcher Macklin. The Saints on 6 team is getting ready for the highly anticipated 2021 preseason against the Jags. Coach Sean Payton will be making arguably the biggest decision in recent black and gold history. He'll replace Drew Brees. Our analysts are breaking down every move and notable play from quarterbacks Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston ahead of kickoff. Number 7 plus number 2 equals 9. Who will be the next Saints starting quarterback? Let's break it down. Taysom Hill made a name for himself in the NFL rushing. Not rushing the football, but rushing punters as a member of the Saints special teams unit.
It's blocked. Taysom Hill gets a hand on it.
The Swiss Army knife showed off his tremendous athletic abilities early in his Saints career, playing a variety of positions and utilizing his athleticism. Now that he's at quarterback full-time, making plays with his feet is a huge part of his game. 2 plays from the 2020 season really jump out. Against the Falcons in the Superdome, Taysom beat Atlanta linebacker Debo Jones to the end zone. Jones is considered one of the fastest linebackers in the game and a great player sideline to sideline, but Taysom was just too fast for him. In another game against the Falcons, Hill beat safety Michael Walker to the corner, and then he goes 43 yards down the sideline before being forced out of bounds. Sean Payton once compared Taysom Hill to 49ers Hall of Famer Steve Young, but Mike Triplett with ESPN thinks his skill set is similar to one of the best quarterbacks in the AFC today.
The Josh Allen model, I used that as a comparison quite a bit with Taysom Hill until last year. Then Josh Allen played like the MVP. I'm not going to say I think Taysom Hill could be a league MVP, but he's not particularly super accurate. He uses his running ability a lot. He moves outside of the pocket and then uses that big arm. That's the blueprint. I think if you totally devoted yourself to Taysom Hill, Josh Allen is the goal.
The problem with Taysom as a runner, fumbles. He coughed the ball up a whopping 6 times in 4 starts last year.
There were too many fumbles to say it was a fluke. The ones that concern me most, I feel like the ones when he was running down the field, he's got to eliminate the ones where he was standing back in the pocket, not feeling the pressure. I absolutely would bet on that being something they can improve. Pete Carmichael told me, if you start to feel that pressure coming, you are still Taysom Hill.
While Winston won't make plays with his legs like Taysom, he is sneaky quick. Case in point, this play against the Saints, when Winston was with the Bucs. Jameis is elusive and crafty enough to keep the defense on its toes and scramble in for a score.
Jameis Winston has 2 things that help him, I think, is his athleticism, which is probably a little underrated, although we've seen enough of him to know that he's probably not going to have a ton of rushing yards, but he can move in the pocket. But his size, too. I mean, he's a very big quarterback, not quite Ben Roethlisberger, but I think the second guy could bounce off of him and he could keep a play alive because he's not going to go down with the first hit.
In the end, when grading the Saints quarterbacks on rushing, the advantage by a wide margin goes to Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill, I mean, easy. I mean, we've seen how dynamic he is, not just at quarterback, but at running back and at tight end and at wide receiver. So, I mean, he's definitely the more athletic of the 2. You know, we've seen that plenty of times.